I'm creating.
Oh yeah, that works. I just need to do adjust, and I'm not using it for the camera right now, so it's kind of perfect. Ooh, Patreon exclusive. I'm coloring in an abstract. I think I'm just gonna color some more blue in here. Forever.
Forever.
100 years later, I'm still putting blues in. Okay, I'm using 3 blues, so I'm going like in a pattern. So it's going to continue down here.
It's gonna look awesome.
Here's the next blue. So much space. I gotta fill in so much space. I had 4 blues, if you see. I have a 4th blue here. But because I have so much blue, I have so much of this light blue already here. So I don't want to reuse it because it's just going to be repetitive. So I just went back. I just left this blue because I used all 4 blues to make these gradients.
Oh yeah. I see.
So the light blue, it was always like the bottom basically. Anytime there's an open section, it's like the light blue extends into there. So I use so much of that here, I don't want to repeat it in this section too.
Oh, so you're skipping it?
So I skipped it, yeah. Because you still have a really nice light blue right here. Like how nicely it's contrasting with my brown orange like monster. Just kind of fill in all the space. Sometimes it's good to just put a line in, and then that way you can color into the line. So it's like it's almost like laying down water in watercolors. You're filling in the area, and then you can work into that area.
Is it different than the alcohol?
Not too different. It's a slimmer tip.
This one?
Yeah. Like Tombos in general are like a slimmer tip than the alcohol markers, like the Ohuhus, so you don't get quite as much coverage with these. And also they don't blend as well because they're water-based. Just fill in all my area. My second lightest blue. I think I'm gonna do black in the back, like probably maybe really dark blue in all the white areas, and then back here at the top I have like a really dark navy blue that I'm gonna use, I think, for that. Like look how much darker it is compared to the blue I'm using right now.
It is a lot darker.
And even my darkest blue, it's like at least a shade or 2 darker.
Yeah.
So it's going to be good for to highlight, but also to still leave in a lot of that high contrast. Okay, so I still have to decide what I'm going to do up here. I haven't chosen yet, but I'm definitely going to put in this dark blue. Yeah, look how dark that is.
I think it looks black compared to everything else. It's purple? Violet?
It is kind of like a violet, I would say. It's like a berry, like a blueberry. Makes me think of a BV04 in Copics, but darker. It's as close as getting the black as you can get, it feels like. It's like a really dark gray, like a rich blue gray.
It's nice.
These are good for the tips because you can get into like corners and stuff.
There's not as much, there's not that bleed that the alcohol has.
You don't have so much bloom, yeah. There's
Bloom,
not
okay.
quite as much to contend with. But you get nice sharp corners. As long as your hands aren't too shaky. Ooh, getting nervous around these corners. Sometimes it's like shaky hands, but it's like just trying to be very careful. Trying not to get too close. If you don't get too close, like you'll still give yourself a little bit of a white border to work with. You can even leave that in, sometimes it looks nice. Alright, just this last section. Deep breaths.
You're gonna do that little section right there?
There's this little section over here and then the behind areas.
But right here.
Oh, that's an eye. I think it's gonna be yellow probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is a creature. So it's like this is its open mouth basically. So there's like a head, like coming out from behind the waves. So I think I'm gonna do probably yellow for the eye. Some of this is even going to be cut off. Like there's perforation right there, but I like to color all the way like past the edge. Sort of leaves a receipt behind.
It's like a little fun ghost.
Yeah. A little tag. Like this blue will always be associated with this piece. Because there's so much of it in there. And I don't really have another blue that looks quite like this one. It's a very deep navy blue. Probably harder to see on camera.
It looks more purple on camera.
Maybe it'll dry more purple. It does have a purplishness.
I think the name is Violet, isn't it?
Oh, I don't remember. I have to look at the thingy.
So I wrote the name.
Yeah.
I wrote the name. I just got sucked into watching it and I didn't make sure to stay in frame.
Oh, it's okay. Oh, these edges are always a little nerve-wracking too. You don't want to go too close. You want to get close enough to the lines but not accidentally go over them. Shaky hands. I still have to decide what I'm going to do with these like back waves. I'm going to keep the same colors or do something different.
Oops.
I feel like a sniper trying to line